we need it more. Parigraha is often also known as non-attachment, non-greediness, and non-possessiveness. The first principle of aparigraha is using resources of nature. Here is Mr. Madhukar Das. Born into a shepherd family, Madhukar Das, a founder and director of Dilasa, an NGO set up in 1994, which aptly means ray of hope, which helped thousands of farmers. Madhukar Das has contributed significantly to the discourse on the responsible and judicious use of nature's resources. His work emphasized the delicate balance between human needs and the preservation of natural ecosystems. He often highlights that nature serves as the foundation of all lives. Resources such as air, water, soil, forests, and minerals not only sustain human existence but also maintain an ecological balance.
Namaste, I am Madhukar Das. Every drop of water is vital to be saved. Being important, cattle rearing family, in drought stricken village, I have seen struggle of villages due to water scarcity. I have lost my aunt like many other women who travel far distance to get water in rural parts of the country. Hence, I decided to dedicate my life to bring water in rural parts of the country by reviving our traditional method of micro-irrigation. Dilasa organization has benefited more than 110,000 farmers with initiatives like holistic watershed management, mixed cropping strategies, and seed banks. Thank you.
Second principle of aparigraha is simple living. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, fondly remembered as the Missile Man of India, was born into a modest family in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He was the 11th President of India, an exemplary figure known for his simplicity and humility. Despite his remarkable achievements as a renowned scientist, visionary leader, and a source of inspiration to millions, he led a life to utmost simplicity. He is known for his dedication to his work, frugal lifestyle, deep connection with the most common people. Dr. Kalam's life serves as a testament to the power of simplicity, humility, and service to humanity.
வணக்கம். இந்தியாவின் ஏவுகணை மனிதன் என்று போற்றப்படும் நான் ஏபிஜே அப்துல் கலாம் ஆவேன். அறிவியலும் கணக்கும் என் வாழ்வு. இந்தியாவின் வளர்ச்சிக்காக பாடுபட்டேன். ராமேஸ்வரத்தில் பிறந்தேன். படிப்புக்கான வசதிகளோ குறைவு. ஆனாலும் என் கடின உழைப்பால் விஞ்ஞானி ஆனேன். இஸ்ரோவில் சேர்ந்து பல ஏவுகணைகளை வடிவமைத்தேன். அறிவியலில் நான் கொடுத்த பங்களிப்பினால் எனக்கு பாரதத்தினால் இது கிடைக்கப்பட்டது. நான் செய்த அனைத்து நற்செயல்களும் எனக்காக அல்ல. நான் செய்த அனைத்து நற்செயல்களும் என் நாட்டுக்காக மட்டுமே. அக்னி, பிருத்திவி போன்ற ஏவுகணைகளை வடிவமைத்தேன். 2002 இந்தியாவின் 14வது குடியரசுத் தலைவராக தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டேன். கனவு காணுங்கள், கனவு காணுங்கள் ராக்கெட் வரைபடங்கள் என்று கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
The third principle of aparigraha is detachment. He is Mr. Kalyanasundaram. Kalyanasundaram was born on Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. He is a renowned Indian social worker known for his unparalleled acts of selflessness and detachment. Despite being a gold medalist in library science and receiving numerous accolades, including the Man of the Millennium Award by the United Nations, he chose to live a life of simplicity, dedicating himself entirely to welfare of the society. He gave away his entire life earning, including the retirement
आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्ता तमेव दत्त्वा दिव्युमेति न अन्यपन्था विद्यते यनाय। Respected audience present here this morning, is there a light to that? Right, thanks. So today the children present a wonderful program on Gopalapuram. So I think it's apt to talk and discuss a bit more, some more, in a bit more detail about this particular concept. So the Saparigraha is the, what is it? It is the fifth yama. Right? So you have 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. Okay. And you have the Pancha Mahayajna. That's again one important concept. Which are 5 yamas? Can you say it together? The 5 yamas. It was there on the screen as well, isn't it? The 5 yamas. First yama. Fifth one is aparigrama. Fifth one is aparigrama. Which is the first one? Ahimsa. Second, Satya. Third, Asteya. Fourth, Brahmacharya. Fifth, Aparika. And then you have the 5 niyamas as well, which are Shauch, Santosh. You can say it together. Shauch, Santosh, Tapa, Swadhyaya, and Ishwar Pranam. So these 5 yamas and 5 niyamas put together, right, are essential to understand the Vedic Dharma. Today we will go a little deeper into Parikrama. So what did you present in your program today? What was the crux of the presentation? What did you present? Our teacher also can summarize. What did you present? Please be silent. Selfless now? Selfless service? Yes, selfless service. Detachment. Simple living. Gratitude. Very good. Right? And also, so according to you, the way you put this up, this is broadly the key aspects of Aparigraha. Is it? Now let me highlight to you a few more subtle aspects, right, of this concept. One key aspect, if you see in all these various examples that you took, is to give away or to share something voluntarily, and where you have a choice. And where you have a choice. Now what does that mean? Let's take an example. So there is space, now the tourists going to space, isn't it? Are tourists going to space? Yes, isn't it? We have those spacecraft, tourists are going to space now. And it costs a lot. It costs a lot. Right? I cannot afford it, for sure. Now, if I say, oh, I have aparigraha, I have detachment, and that is why I am not undertaking this space journey. Is that true aparigraha? No. I don't have a choice also. I anyways cannot afford it. When I cannot afford it, then if I start saying, oh listen, I'm not going this because I have aparigraha, it does not really qualify. You got a sense? I cannot afford say an Audi or a BMW. I cannot afford. If I cannot afford a BMW and then I say that I have aparigraha, is that right? Not really. Concept of aparigraha gets applicable when you can afford something. You have the choice. And then you say no to it. That's where the concept of aparigraha becomes applicable. You understand? You have the concept? Take a simple person as well. Right? You have a choice of a two-wheeler. With a two-wheeler you can go for the top-end model. But you feel that no, I don't need to go into the top-end model because it is not required. I can go for a simple model. Though you have the affordability. That is aparigraha. Right? You can buy a 30,000 rupee phone, but you feel that it is not required. I can manage with a 12,000 rupee phone, that is aparigraha. Right? Where you can afford it, but still you don't go for it. Still you don't choose it. Because only in that situation will you be able to share. Yes or no? Only when you have something in excess, You have X amount, you spend X minus Y. Only then you can share, no? Otherwise, how will you share? Right? So what you can afford when you choose to consume less than that, then that is the true concept of aparigraha. In aparigraha, or when you share, you let go. Isn't it? You let go. You leave something, right? And the Shastras say that is the true happiness when you voluntarily let go something. Mr. Kalyan Sundar, voluntarily let go. Karna, voluntarily let go. Right? So voluntarily let going is the true essence. I'll give you a small story. You know, in villages, how they catch monkeys? They trap monkeys. And they have a very simple way to trap monkeys. So, they take a small jar, a small container, a small jar, and they make a small opening on the top, small opening, just enough for the monkey's hand to go in. Just enough for the monkey's one hand to go in. This particular jar is then with a rope tied to a tree. तो ये जो एक घड़ा है उसमें छोटा सा एक होल करते हैं एक जार में, and that is tied to a tree with a rope. And in this jar they put some nuts which the monkey likes. They put some nuts which the monkey, nuts or some eatables which the monkey likes. You got it? And they keep this. The monkey comes, he sees the jar and he notices food inside. The jar is transparent. The jar is transparent. तो इसमें बंदर होता है वो इसके अंदर देख पाता है कि कुछ अच्छा कुछ रखा हुआ है. And this monkey comes, वो बंदर आता है and he puts his hand inside and takes the food, those nuts. Now he closes his fist because he has taken the food. Now he tries to remove his hand. What happens? He is not able to remove. वो अपना हाथ बाहर नहीं निकाल पाता. क्यों नहीं निकाल पाता? Because the opening is very very small. And he struggles and struggles and struggles, but is not able to bring out his hand. Right? The hunter is watching all this. He comes nearby and he catches the monkey. What did the monkey have to do? If monkey had let go, जो बंदर के हाथ में जो खाना था वो उसको यदि छोड़ देता तो उसका हाथ बाहर वापस आ जाता. He could have got his hand back, right, and run away from there, right? But he could not let go, right? Same thing is our story as well. We are not able to let go in life, right? Be it materialistic things, be it wealth, be it money, right? We tend to spend as much as what we can on ourselves. But if we have to spend on someone else, then we start thinking 10 times, right? Whether I should do, not do, right? Different thoughts keep coming in the mind. Not just materialistic things, also look at thoughts. Aparigraha as a concept is also applicable to thoughts. All the time, what are we thinking? Are we thinking of something else now? Sitting here? Yes, isn't it? What are you thinking about? What will you do after going out from here? What is your plan in the afternoon? Whom do you need to meet? Right? We constantly keep thinking, worrying. Right? With our thoughts as well. There is, the Shastras say you should follow aparigraha. It's not that you just keep thinking the same thing all the time. Right? It doesn't really help. Okay. That doesn't mean you should not be worried about things that you need to be worried about. It does not mean you don't be worried about things that you need to be worried about. But you set, the Shastras say clearly, set aside specific time. Be consciously, meditate upon it and think about it. But don't just keep randomly thinking about it throughout the day. You got the difference? You have a problem at hand. You need to think about it. You need to draw some strategy, right? You sit down, specifically think about it. That's absolutely fine. That is required. But to randomly keep thinking about it, which we do all the time, that is something which the Shastra says, parigraha. It's important that we abstain from it. So parigraha, aparigraha as a concept is at the wealth level, materialistic level. It's also at the level of our thoughts. Right? Even thoughts on jealousy, hatred, fights that we have, we tend to keep carrying it forward all the time. All that gets encompassed to be that. Make sense? The Shastras also say that the opposite of aparigraha is parigraha. Right? Which is to accumulate, keep gathering. The Shastras say that there are 5 problems. There are 5 problems with parigraha. How many problems? 5. What are those problems? We will first say it. Arjan, Rakshan, Shaya, Sangha, and Himsa. These are the 5 challenges or 5 problems when we only keep accumulating. What is the first thing? I said Arjan. Arjan means what? To accumulate, to acquire. Right? Lot of effort needs to be put in. Yes or no? We take fancy for an iPhone. We take fancy for an iPhone. Many of us, yes, isn't it? It looks like the thing to have. Looks like the thing to have, or an whatever, a Mac book or whatever. What is the amount of effort you put for that? It definitely is one iPhone is definitely important percentage of your monthly income. Yes or no? What percentage? Let's not go into that. But it's for some it is more than 100% of a monthly income. For some it is a significant percentage of monthly income. Yes or no? Right? So isn't that a lot of effort you are putting in for that? You are working for 20 days, 15 days only to get that one costly instrument, for that one costly piece of jewelry, for that one costly pen. Right? We put in a lot of effort. And I'll come to it. There's nothing wrong in putting effort. We should not think that parigraha means get lazy. Effort needs to be put in. Right? But in the right context. So one is urgent. A lot of effort to acquire. After that, there is rakshan. Rakshan means what? To safeguard. Isn't it to safeguard? Right? If there's a big gathering, you're going in a big crowd, you have an iPhone. The other person has a 10,000 phone. Who needs to be more careful? The pickpocketer, right? Whom is he likely to target more? The iPhone guy, no? Isn't it? Because the risk is the same for him. Risk is the same for him, right? So chances of he targeting the guy with the iPhone is much higher. You take a car, right? And you take a really luxurious car, you bring it on the road, right? And there is a scratch. Compared to a simple car for which the repair charges also will be lesser only. A roadside shop will also repair and give it to you, right? Same thing, you bring out one BMW, one small scratch also will cost you thousands or even lakhs, right? So where will the blood pressure go up further? In the second one. Because everything needs to be protected, remember that. Everything needs to be protected. So there is Arjan, then there is Rakshan. Third thing the Shastra says, Shaya. Shaya means what? Guess. Shaya means that anything in this world constantly deteriorates. Constantly deteriorates. कोई भी चीज आज जैसी है कल वो वैसी नहीं है. This is a universal fact of life. Right? If this podium is there today, Right? Will this podium be there after 20 years? Possibly no. This destruction, this podium is happening every day, every minute. Right? You buy the costliest of phone, you buy the costliest of vehicle, you buy the costliest of dress. Take a vehicle, you take a brand new vehicle, you drive out to the showroom. Next day you want to resell it. Will you get the same amount? No, right? In one day itself, it has got depreciated. The value of everything comes down, the Shastras say. You cannot really avoid it. Right? Even a paper, you keep one notebook in your almirah properly, take it out of 10 years. The paper would have gone a little yellowish. Right? So there is arjan, there is rakshan, there is shaya. Right? And then the Shastras say there is sangha. Sangha means what? Association. What does this mean? So remember one thing, that when you get accustomed to something in life, it also is a source of dukha. There is no doubt about it. We had the Chennai floods and many of us lost electricity for 4 or 5 days, isn't it? 2 families. One family used to sleep every day in an air-conditioned room. The other family slept only under a fan. 5 days no electricity. Who is going to have a bigger challenge? The first one. Isn't it? Right? Compared to second one, the first one will have a bigger struggle. Right? You start having a costly, your costly equipment, your costly, your perfumes, your costly phones, your costly dresses. Right? Life changes. Sometimes challenges in life comes. Right? You have this problem of sangha. When you're accustomed to something, it definitely leads to a sense of dukha. There's no doubt about it. So Arjan, Rakshan, Shaya, Sangha, and the Shastras finally say there is some element of himsa. Why do the Shastras say so? Remember one thing, whatever wealth we earn, isn't it? Whatever wealth we earn, there is also some bit of himsa that will be embedded in it. You will be working in wherever, any company you will be working in. Is everything completely ethical? Completely ethical? The answer is no. Right? Why we cannot, dharma is not 0% or 100%. No one can say that I am at the 100% of ahimsa, I am at 100% of satya, and 100% of this thing is very, very difficult to say. Right? We are all between 0 and 100%. But some bit of himsa, even though you may be doing your work properly, still you are a party to it. Right? It's not at 0%, your himsa cannot be at 0%. So Shastras say, the more you accumulate, right, the more possessions you have, right? Someone may start having a leather belt, leather shoes, there are n number of different ways in which there is himsa in this world. Right? So directly, indirectly, subtly. So the more you accumulate, the more you consume, there is also an element of himsa. There is firecrackers, right? You have more money, you so-called celebrate Deepavali in a more grander way. You buy more and more crackers, there is likely more himsa there. Himsa in different ways, right? One who makes, they are under a problem, himsa. You basically also burn. Your birds and animals are also affected. Himsa. Someone gets hurt. That is also himsa. The way you made your money, there could have been some himsa. Right? So, Arjan, Rakshan, Shaya, Sangha, Himsa are the 5 key challenges when you are pursuing the path of parigraha. Is what the Shastras have to say. So, remember that this concept is fairly deep. And the Shastras also say one final thing. It says that you reach within a parigraha also there are multiple levels. There are multiple levels. The higher level of aparigraha is when, for example, let's take another example. Say you want to, I just take an example iPhone because it's like just to really quickly understand it, right? So you want to buy a phone, and in your mind you're constantly struggling. Should I buy an iPhone or not? Should I buy an iPhone or not? And you are having this doubts, and for 3-4 days you are stressed about it. You're thinking about it. Karu nahi karu. Should I do? Should I not do? Right? Finally, you say, no, okay, I also heard because this lecture, so let me not take now. Okay. So, you are going through this mental tribulations for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days before you make the decision. This is also a parigraha, but a lower level. A lower level. The Shastras say that when you reach a state wherein you have no internal struggle in your mind, wherein you have no internal struggle in your mind, right? That is even the higher level of aparigraha. The concept is so deeply embedded in you that you feel like, no, it's not required at all. I don't even need to think about it. I don't even need to think about it. I would rather share the excess what I have. I would rather share the excess of what I have without this oscillation in the mind. That is the higher level of the concept of aparigraha. So these were some of the subtle aspects that we discussed. We'll do a quick recap. We discussed about what aspects. Quick revision. We spoke about the 5 yamas and niyamas. Aparigraha is the 5th yama, right? And then we spoke about a story, monkey trap, right? Then we spoke about the 5 problems, Arjan, Drakshan, Shaya, Sangha, Himsa. We spoke that it should be voluntary and there should be no internal struggle, right? These are the broader concepts that we discussed. If you have 1-2 questions, we can take, otherwise we'll end this discussion. Just to read one last aspect, I said, don't confuse this with saying that we don't need to work hard then. Sometimes people say that, then what is the motivation in life? What is the motivation in life? If everything is aparigraha, then why do we need to work hard? Why do I need to get up from bed in the morning? Right? What is the need for it? That's a question that sometimes gets confused with aparigraha. The Shastras clearly say that we need to Shatahasta Samahara Sahasra Samkira. We need to earn with 100, give away with 1,000. Right? So concept of aparigraha does not mean don't work hard. Kurmannaveha karmani jiti visheshatam sama. You need to work. You need to be extremely hardworking. Not do a 90 hours a week, right? But work fairly hard, right, in life. So that's extremely important. But that hard work can be channeled for positive things as well. That hard work can be channeled towards social work. Hard work can be channeled towards your own spiritual advancement. Hard work can be channeled towards teaching. The hard work can be channeled in different directions. Right? So working hard is absolutely critical. One should not confuse the concept of aparigraha with not requiring to work hard. Any question? Thank you so much. We'll have the audience.